I'm your host of the most local 23. You're joining me for Sunkissed Chapter 12, Sinking Fast. During Nate's lifeguard tryouts, you've been caught by a riptide and pulled underwater. You struggle to kick towards the surface, but the current spins you in its dizzying grip as you sink deeper and deeper. I'm letting this happen. You wildly try to locate the surface, but after being spun around, you can't remember which way is up. What's happening? Where am I? Strong current washes over you again, pulling you away from the light. Oh no! You feel your lungs burn, the overwhelming desire to take a breath. I'm letting this happen. Trying to move, but your arms and legs feel so heavy. Someone help! You kick and kick, but you can't break the surface. You try to scream for help, but the water floods your throat as soon as you open your mouth. You begin to feel lightheaded. You start to lose consciousness, your vision dimming, moving your arms becomes difficult. You catch sight of someone through the haze of the water and reach out. Nate grabs you by the waist and hoists you up to the surface. Deep breath, Kersey. Don't panic on me now. He takes one of your arms and wraps it securely around the lifesaver. Clinging to the lifesaver as Nate wraps an arm around your waist. And here I was hoping. Nice work, just hang on, Area. You've got this. He tightens his grip around your waist and starts kicking his way parallel to shore. What happened? Riptide. You tired yourself out back there, so just lean on me for a bit. Nate finally breaks you out of the current and steers you towards the lifeguard stand. As you pass, the lifeguard applicants chase after you. Wow, that was wild. I saw her go under and I was like, damn man, that simulation is intense. Nate ignores him, carrying you further on the beach. Okay, Area, let's see if you took in any water. Nate gently sets you down on the dry sand before leaning in to listen to your lungs. Definitely took in some water. Nate presses down on your stomach and you begin to cough up the water you swallowed. That's it, let it out. It burns. And the stinging sensation should go away soon. Your voice might be a little hoarse, though. Realize you're still clutching the lifesaver and carefully set it on the sand beside you. Thanks for getting me out of there. Guess I lost our bet, huh? You've got that right. The words sound like a joke, but Nate doesn't laugh. All of his usual bravado is gone. This is exactly what I was worried about, Area. No one else is good enough to do this job. What if I hadn't been here? Then another lifeguard would have rescued me. Nate glances at the applicants, huddling near the lifeguard stand. They whisper to each other and stare at the two of you, keeping their distance. Except the lifeguards you want me to hire. Pros out there. And if no one went after you, maybe you wouldn't be here on this beach right now. Nate. Because you're my hero. If only I'd gotten in on that mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You're lucky you didn't need it. Up for debate. Nate squeezes his eyes shut and rubs a hand over his face. You don't understand. It's like it's happening all over again. Mark and the other lifeguard applicants crowd around you. Area, I'm so glad you're okay. You were there for me during my accident. Let me help. It's okay, Mark. I think Nate's got it. Sure does. It was so cool seeing him in action. Like having front row seats at the... Nate whirls on the lifeguard applicant and yanks the whistle away from his neck. Hey, man, what's the deal? You were closest to Area when she went under. Your panic almost killed her. If you can't act when that happens, you have no business trying out for this line of work. Get out of my sight! Mark widens his eyes and begins steering the other applicants away from the scene. Nate, I've never seen you this affected by a rescue before. I'm not usually dating the people I save from the water. Still, what did you mean? It's like it was happening all over again. For a moment, it doesn't look like Nate wants to respond as he stares at you, pressing his lips together and finally hangs his head. When I was a kid, my brother and I went sailing. We forgot to check the weather, and a storm rolled over us as we were heading back. We capsized, he got knocked out, and I couldn't save him. You reach out and gently place a hand on his back. He leans into your touch. Nate, you were just a kid. No one would expect that from you. But no one else was there. It was just me, and I was the only one who could help. I was the best swimmer in school, and I wasn't fast enough. Rub Nate's back in slow circular motions, unsure what to say. Thank God you're comforting him right now instead of him when, you almost died, I'm gonna close the beach for the rest of the day. The water's too dangerous. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe we should talk. My brother and I always used to go to the lighthouse on bad days. I think that's where I'm headed, once the beach is clear. I could really use someone right now. Will you come with me? Comfort Nate in his time of need and get to know a side of him that he rarely shows. Really? Are you sure? You've been through hell. I had a killer rescue. I feel in shipshape, running high on adrenaline, If you're sure, let me just clear the beach real quick. Nate changes out the flags on the lifeguard stand and puts up a sign signaling the beach is closed. And you start walking towards the lighthouse. Nate is quiet, looking down at his feet. So, anyone give you grief about closing the beach? It hardly ever happens, so I think they take me seriously when I tell them to go home. Nate tries to add the usual lilt to his voice, but it doesn't work. Hey Nate, you know you don't have to pretend with me, right? I know. I love that I don't, but that I don't have to hide from you, Kersey, but everyone wants the cocky optimist with a heart of gold, not a sad kid who doesn't know what he's doing. But I'm different because I want the real you. I care about you so much, Nate. If you're having a hard time, I don't want you to hide it. I want you to lean on me. I'll try to take you at your word, Aria. It's just hard. I don't usually let people see me like this. Some walls are sturdier than others, but I'm willing to make the climb. Maybe I can do one better. Toss you a rope. You both look up at the lighthouse as you near the door. It towers over you, the light just barely glinting through the window at the top. They gave me a fresh coat of paint this year. Oh, this time really does fly. Sounds like you're pretty familiar with the lighthouse. Come here often? Oh, sure. Used to look kind of spooky, actually, but which I think is why Finn and I were always drawn to climbing it. People claimed it was haunted. Our mom would get so mad. She always said Finn was setting a bad example. You light up when you talk about him. I guess I do. Finn was my world for so long. We had a lot of good days. Tell me about the thing you looked up to most. Finn's love of adventure, for sure. He loved water skiing, wakeboarding, hiking, backpacking, you name it, he did it. But he was the happiest on the water. When we were sailing, we loved to find new places around the bay to explore, just relax under the sun. Get in the lighthouse and begin to climb the steps to the top. Sounds like sailing really brought the two of you together. Is the bailout the same boat you two grew up on? No. The original bailout capsized in the accident, but this current sailboat is named after. I play over the morning a lot, feeling the electricity in the air, thinking it might storm, but Finn was older and I thought he knew everything. So I went along with it. Nate reaches out and takes your hand as you ascend the steps. Thanks for being here with me. I can't explain how much it means to me. Give his hand a firm squeeze. You don't have to. Reach the top and step out onto the balcony. The wind gusts through your hair and you gaze out at a stunning view from the bay. It's beautiful up here. Best view in the whole bay, and the windiest. Nate leans against the railing, gazing intently at the water below. After Finn died, I used to come up here a lot at night. I'd get in my head that the light had stopped working and race up to check. I'd wait for the light to sweep over the sea and think if I looked hard enough that I could find Finn and bring him home. I was never gonna get what I wanted, but I'd come up here anyway. I know it's silly. Oh, Nate. That's how grief works. Grieving is intensely personal. You can't control how you process it, or what weird stuff you start to do in order to fill in the blanks. The lighthouse meant something to you. It's not silly to come back here when you miss him the most. For a moment, Nate doesn't respond. You can feel him weighing his words, the pros and cons being vulnerable. Sometimes it feels like I'll never stop looking for him, and that scares me. Step closer, gently turn Nate's face towards yours. Hey, anytime you need to check the lighthouse, I'll be right here with you. And that makes me the luckiest man on the coast. You lean in and part Nate's lips with your own. The kiss is tender, long, and full of desperation you're unable to place. You feel a tear land on your cheek and pull away to look into his eyes. You mind if we just sit for a bit? Of course. I don't think there's anything I'd rather do. You settle down on the balcony, your backs to the freshly painted lighthouse as the gulls dive over the bay. Nate leans his head on your shoulder and you listen to the breeze. That evening, you sit in the living room under a blanket with your mom and sister out to dinner. The house is peacefully quiet. Not too shabby, having the place all to ourselves for the night. Right, Pebbles? Snuggle further into the couch and turn on your favorite show. On the coffee table, there's a cup of hot cocoa. Never been a fan of the peppermint straw, though. Take a long sip of the drink, feeling it warm you to your toes. This is life. You set down the hot cocoa when your phone buzzes. Hey, remember that meeting I had with the investors? Yeah, something else happened? Maybe. I'd rather show than tell you. Okay, what's this really about? Brace yourself, the future of your chair is about to change forever. Sounds cryptic. Meet me downtown later this week, and I'll explain everything. Deal. That's right, Pebbles. Guard the house. Wrap your blanket around your shoulders and head to the back door. Through the glass, you catch sight of Eliana's face and step outside. Hey, so what do I owe the pleasure? I heard what happened at the beach today. I got really worried. He pulls you close to her, as if she's afraid you'll disappear. Hey, I made it out alive. Don't worry about me. I'm still here. She nods and glances away, but her hands tighten around your hips. Still a rough day, right? How are you feeling? I'm doing okay. Now my pride's a bit wounded. I know Nate's a lifeguard, but I never thought he'd have to save my life. I used to be a great swimmer. Hey, riptides are no joke. Those things can take out even the strongest swimmers. If you're not prepared for them, sometimes it's hard to remember what to do. You make as if you're to cross your arms, but stop short as your muscles clench in pain. My muscles are killing me. Turns out drowning is a pretty good exercise routine. Lucky for you, I brought some alcohol from the bar. Thought it might help ease the pain. She pulls a handle of clear liquor out of her backpack and tosses it to you. Yep, make sure to toss that bottle of gin with my weak arms. Glance down at it and raise an eyebrow in her direction. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to hydrate, not dehydrate. What Nate doesn't know won't hurt him. You waver inside and head to the kitchen. Let's put this liquor in the cabinet. It was sweet of you to think of me. Don't let it go to your head. Anyone who almost drowns deserves a strong drink. Oh, now I feel extra special. How can I repay this random act of kindness? Up to you, though I wasn't exactly looking for any compensation. Really? I could pay you with a kiss? Well, that kind of offer is hard to pass up. Close the distance and meet her lips. As you kiss, she wraps her arms around your waist and pulls you closer. I feel drunk, and I haven't even broken into the gin yet. I have that effect on people. So, I hope you didn't walk all this way over here just to give me some liquor. Did those tracks we found lead to anything? No, the thing about sand is it's so easily disturbed. The tracks got washed away further down the shore, but from what I saw, she did look injured. But on a happier note, I've seen some movement in the turtle nest, which means they're probably digging their way out of the sand. I think Sylvia's babies are hatching tonight. Really? That's amazing. I really needed some good news today. I thought you'd like to see it. You'd even get to help the moonlight scars tonight, so I'm planning to help them to the water with flashlights. Flashlights? Why do you need those? Is it you need to see? With all the light pollution these days, a lot of baby turtles get confused and start heading to the city. Since Sylvia's species is endangered... Oh no, I had no idea. I want to make sure they reach the sea and get a good head start on life. Usually Sylvia would be there to help them along, but since she's missing, I'm stepping up. What do you say? Want to change the world for Sylvia's babies? Go out with her to hatch the baby turtles and help them reach the sea. Those are kind of cute. I knew you wouldn't be able to pass it up. Come on, we've got to hurry. You shrug the blanket off your shoulders and follow her out to the beach. He leads you to the same stretch of beach Sylvia once called home, and before long you arrive at a turtle nest roped off by caution tape. Look, see how the sand is jiggling? They're on their way to us right now. Do not disturb sea turtle nest. They're hatching. I see it. How do we help them? So, this sounds mean, but what we really want to do is trick them. She flicks on her flashlight and shines a beam on the ground. They'll think they're following moonbeams out to the water. You turn on your flashlight and beam, joining Eliana's in the dark. You know what flashlights are good for? Galactic sword fights. On guard. Hold your flashlight like a hilt of a sword and get into position. She doesn't miss a beat, merely copying your stance. Oh, I hope you don't think you can win against me. That's a lot of talk. Either strike me or drop your weapon. You swing your makeshift saber through the air, making noises to up the drama. Continue the battle, hacking and slashing until he sweeps her flashlight back towards the turtle nest. Look! Here they come! Hold your flashlight still as the first two baby turtles break out of the sand and clamber past the nest. Oh my god. Can I keep one? They're so cute. And ready for their new lives as citizens of the sea. Come on, let's lead them to the water. Dozens of baby turtles pour out of the nest and start following the beams of your flashlight. They look so small. They're like the size of a cookie. So cute. One by one, the turtles scamper over the sea, or over the sand and into the waves. As soon as their small bodies touch the water, they move with grace, darting through the surf and into the sea beyond. Soon, there's only one turtle left. Eliana shakes the beam of her flashlight in front of him. You're on your own now, little one. Good luck. Last little turtle slowly inches towards the sea before jumping in. As he crests on the oncoming wave, you and Eliana cheer. We did it! Sylvia would be so proud. I hope they're able to meet each other one day with turtles. That's not very common, but maybe they'll cross paths in the future. That is, if Sylvia's still alive. Don't worry. We're gonna find her. If I've learned anything about you, and Sylvia has been around a long time, I'm sure she has her reasons. I don't know. Sylvia was special. Alright. Oh, okay. I know she was important to you, but... my point is, even if your research on Sylvia doesn't pan out, there's so much else to look forward to. Not bad advice. I won't stop searching for her, but she's not my whole world. You and Eliana walk back to the boardwalk. You hop on the railing and watch the waves. The turtles are no longer visible, but you imagine them out there. You know, this is kind of inspiring. The sea almost killed me today, but those turtles just went for it. Yes, they're fearless, but so are you. What do you mean? Her eyes meet yours. She rests her hand on the railing near to where you perch. Come on, think of all you've accomplished this summer. You're out here, helping everyone with everything. That kind of selflessness is a form of bravery, too. The breeze washes over you, and you hear it rustle through the palms and sand dunes, the seagrass. You pull her between your legs and lower your lips to her. She sinks into your brace, her hands resting on your thighs. The kiss is long, slow, languid, and when she finally pulls away, you feel warm. Sometimes maybe you should let someone worry about you. What's there to worry about? I'm extremely well adjusted. Both start to laugh, and the moon peeks out from the cloud cover overhead. And look at that. A little late, but our light source still showed up. I guess she can take it from here. Together, you watch the moonlight sparkle on the sea, knowing the turtles are following it home. The next morning, you wake up to the sound of voices yelling. Our mom and Alexis are arguing about now.
Oh!
But as you reach to pull a pillow over your head, you hear a man's voice join your mom and sister. I better see what's going on down there. Tiptoe down the stairs and find Bob Beamer, the realtor your mom hired, in a heated discussion with the rest of your family. Gail, I really do need you to understand, if you want this house to sell for full value, you need to update all of it. Not just parts that you feel deserve an upgrade. Bob, I appreciate your opinion, but there are certain parts of this house that are fine as is, not to mention the costs. The costs? If you bring the interior up to date, you'll make twice as much. There's no reason to remodel something that works perfectly well. You can't get rid of all the character. Why would anyone want it after that? Character? It's a nice way of saying old and outdated. How dare you? Our dad helped build this house. However we fix it should honor his memory. I'm sorry, should we ask your dad about his opinion? Oh, right. Oh. Dude. Nope, you just crossed a line. I would escort you out of this house right this goddamn minute by your ear. Ooh, dude. You step fully in the living room and level your glare at Bob Beamer. What's up with people being Bob and their fucking dicks? Hey, Bob. You're a no-good looking sellout. Your Beamer's missing a few bulbs. That smile of yours is just as bullshit as your attitude. Area for the win. Pebbles bounds forward and chomps down on Bob Beamer's shoe. He tries to shake her off, but Pebbles holds firm. Someone get this dog off of me! No. Alexis rushes forward and scoops Pebbles into her arms. Pebbles continues to growl as they back away. If you want to continue this partnership, Gail, I suggest you keep your children in line. Okay, kicking in the groin in 3, 2... I certainly will not. Bob, you have insulted me and my family in every possible way. You come into my house, not only take my husband's name in vain, but insult my children for caring deeply about what happens to their home. This partnership is over, Bob. Good day. Your mom grabs a spluttering Bob by the shoulder and steers him to the door. But, we have an agreement! Consider it terminated. Mom shoves Bob the Beamer out the door and slams her with good measure. Oh my god, Mom. That was so cool! No one speaks to my daughters like that, and no one insults Bill on my watch. Thank you, girls, for having my back. Of course. But does that mean we're keeping the house? If Bob doesn't think it will sell, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Mr. Beamer is clearly not the authority on this matter. There's an aggressive pounding on the door, and you hear a frame rattle. Rather noisy in here, don't you think? Shall we move elsewhere? My room has a view of the front. I bet it'd be perfect to get a glimpse of his big red face. We head to Alexis' room as the pounding on the door continues. I think we can see him better from the scaffolding. I don't know, Alexis. Maybe the scaffolding isn't very secure. Don't be such a worrywart, Mom. I say we do it. Pebbles hops on Alexis' bed as the three of you climb out on the scaffolding. Beach house is ready for its new look. You find Bob Beamer angrily pacing along your front porch. I demand a formal apology, Gable. I am the most respected realtor in Turtle Bay. Oh, he seems mad. Alexis glances over to a trio of paint samples on a nearby ledge. You know, it'd be a shame to waste these extra paint samples. It truly would. And the Kersey women are a lot of things, but wasteful we are not. Mom grabs paint sample and positions it right above where Bob is standing. I think our friend Mr. Beamer could use a little push in the right direction. And off our property. Yes! Aim for his Italian leather shoes head. Hey Beamer, up here. What? Let's go, girls. Three of you band together and tip the paint over, watching as it plummets down. Ah! And hits Bob Beamer square on the top of the head. Nail him. Bob Beamer spits and wipes the paint away from his face and hair. What hair? It drips from his hand onto his shoulders, staining his clothes. I know we're no artists, but girls, that is a masterpiece. I have never been treated thusly in my entire life. Good luck selling this trash heap, because I'm not gonna tell every realtor in town how you conduct your business. Good. Then we'll know not to mess with Lookout Point. Bob Beamer, still dripping paint, stalks to his car and drives off. Three of you dissolve into giggles as you head inside. I suspect the fine arts degree would come in handy one day. Did you ever paint anything yourself, Mom? A little, but, well, it's much easier to study theory than implement it. You know, I heard about this class at an art studio downtown. One of those things where people paint the same picture. Oh, I don't know. I'm not very apt with a paintbrush. How will you ever know if you don't try? We should all try together. There's a class this afternoon. That sounds like a great way to ruin all my clothes. That's why you wear something specifically to paint in. Give me one sec. Alexis pulls a pair of artfully paint-splattered overalls and a striped shirt from her closet, motions for you to try them on. Wearing the overalls will unlock an exclusive scene and hilarious scene with your family. Yes, it's really hilarious. We're wearing paint. I don't get it. Yes, let's go. I just know we're gonna have the time of our lives. Alexis leads you to an art loft downtown, right above the pier. As you walk in, you notice several easels. Oh, this is cute. I wonder what we're painting today. You take stock of all the paintings lining the walls. We're gonna paint me. Paint me like one of your Frenchmen. Oui, oui, messieurs. We've got an abstract masterpiece, an adorable cat, a glowing sunset. I'm gonna go with a sunset, even though the cat's tempting, but sunsets are prettier. Ah, you have a good eye. That piece is one of my favorites. Oh, I'd love to paint something like that. I was just thinking my room could use a new piece. Oh, well, I have great news. If you just take your seats. Instructor points you to several easels through the loft. You and your family pick 3 blank canvases to sit in front of. Now, my name is Miss Mimble, and I'll be your instructor for this afternoon, but I'm not alone. Today we'll be joined by a model, so you can practice drawing the human body, and I fucking called it. A live model. Is that a rather advanced concept for beginners like us? Is that fear I hear in your voice? The only way to truly master all autistic forms is to set aside fear. You cannot fear the art inside you. You must set it free. I see. Girls, what do you think? I just want to paint a cat, but I'm down to see where this goes. You know, I'm actually impressed with your sister for once. This seems legit. My painting is probably not going to live up to whoever's we're drawing, but I'm down to learn some real techniques. Oh, please welcome our resident model Fabian, who has volunteered to pose for us. Make sure to thank him for taking his time out today. Miss Mimble forces her arm in front of a curtain, and the model steps forth. Oh, he's wearing pants, thank God. There is no need to thank me, lovely ladies. I do this for the principal, for the art. Gravy stares. Fabian flexes his muscles. Oh, wow. Down, girl. Don't you have a date tonight? I wasn't talking about for me. I meant for Mom. What, me? Oh, I couldn't. Dregan, you should go talk to him and get his number. Alexis, this man is far too young for me. Yeah, sure, if this was 1880. Alexis and your mom go back and forth. You notice Fabian step into the center of the room and begin to remove even more articles of clothing. Hey, Fabian, what are you doing? Fabian rips his pants away from his thighs. Since he's not wearing underwear... Oh, my. Oh, goodness, he's... Ladies, I'm ready to be drawn. Oh, my. Alexis, where did you bring us? I thought it was gonna be like one of those things where you paint a wine glass or something. I didn't know there was gonna be a naked man in the room. Judging by the looks on your faces, some of you may have misinterpreted the point of our glass. Yeah, I was gonna paint a sunset or a cat. Or that other art piece. I was not gonna paint a man in his... Just moving on, I'm not gonna do this. But I assure you, there's nothing more satisfying than render the naked human form, and it's the best way to practice anatomy. Okay, whatever you tell yourself, Miss Mimble. Anatomy, I barely know how to hold a paintbrush. You all watch as Fabian takes his first pose. Well, chin up, girls, we owe it to the spirit of art. Begin to sketch out Fabian's form with a pencil, and then add paint as you go. But before you can get the whole picture, Fabian stretches and begins to pace the room. Hey, I was still working. Fabian comes over and looks at your sketch so far. He frowns. You drew my biceps too small. I am strapping, yes? Not this spindly boy you've painted. This is what you look like. I'm just drawing what I see. I have never been more thoroughly offended. Perhaps you need to get your eyesight checked. Perhaps you need to get the f away from me because it's an artist's interpretation, you spindly boy. Fabian moves on, and you catch Alexis snickering in her hand. Your painting kinda does look like a stick figure. Fabian peers at your mother's canvas next. He smiles as he looks over her work and reaches down to tuck a lock of your mother's hair behind her ear. Oh my. You truly have an eye for color. I can see you paid special attention to the light on my skin. Yes, I did. I'm glad you noticed. I think a neon color would really complement your eyes here. Mom picks up a tube of fluorescent purple and dips her paintbrush into the top. Oh, no, you mustn't paint straight from the tube. It's very bad form. When I studied theory, a lot of the greats were only able to paint what they did because of the tubes. This is a technique used by many. Yeah, a lot of artists painted straight from the tube. If they were painting on location, they didn't always have the luxury of mixing. Perhaps the great hacks would paint like animals, but that is not how things are run in the studio. You're a cranky old woman, aren't you? A hack? How can you dismiss an entire artistic movement? The Impressionists. The Impressionists had no respect for line and detail. Are you calling Bob Ross a fucking hack? Because I'm going to come over there and tip you over. A beat of silence follows. Your mom sets down her paintbrush with an air of finality. Excuse me, but I know a hack when I see one. Keep your money, we are leaving with our art. Mom yanks her unfinished painting off the easel and stalks towards the exit. Sorry, but I go where she goes. You and Alexis rush out of the studio after your mom. And end up in the fresh air downtown. Well, this is a much-needed change of scenery. You're about to respond when the door opens behind you and a still nude Fabian chases you out into the street. Madame, wait. Please don't leave. No one has ever painted me so beautifully before. Fabian, your clothes. This is wild. No regrets. Fabian seems unbothered, even as passerbyers stop to stare. Girls, hurry. Let's take our leave. You leave Fabian behind, rushing to the other side of the Mariana, and immediately dissolve into giggles. I cannot believe that just happened. That woman knows as much about art as I do about social media. No way, Mom. Even you've got a leg up in that department. I suppose we at least got a show out of it. If you ask me, it'll make a great story someday. It has all the hit plot points. An eccentric teacher, a naked man, a shocked and disarmed mother, 2 daughters who don't know how to paint, and a mother with a secret artistic talent. Mother regards the unfinished canvas in her hand. Well, I don't know about that. It's really just a sketch. Maybe this is a good hobby for you, Mom. A good way to engage with the Bay. That might not be a bad idea. We'll see. 3 of you head back to your house, eager to leave the strange art studio behind. Arrive back at home, and your mom heads into the kitchen to get a snack. You and Alexis hang back on the porch. Well, that was fun, considering it was a disaster. I'll say. But now I have to face something even more terrifying than a naked man. What's that? A real, actual date with Sai. You have a date. Come on, I'll help you get ready. Alexis smiles. You lead her into her room. You sit with Alexis as she applies her makeup, sifting through a rogue magazine you found in your closet. Hey, did you know Chris Winters is going to be in another movie? It's like his 5th this year. Didn't one of us just come out? Something in the Fireman franchise? He's supposed to be more shirtless than ever. That's the one. Pebbles ducks under your arm and latches onto the magazine. Pebbles, let go. Pebbles relinquishes the magazine, lays down next to you. Alexis sits at her desk and is intensely focused on her reflection. Okay, you just gotta make sure I don't mess up my eyeliner. Alexis carefully drags the pencil over her waterline, then pulls back to double check her work. Her eyes dart around the mirror, brow knitting in concern. What are you so stressed over? Oh, Aria, I know these things come super easy to you, but I'm so awful at this dating stuff. What do you mean? Sai's already half in love with you. The way the kid looks at you, it's like he thinks you're the only person in the room. I might play the cool girl all the time, and it never lets me down, but once I actually start dating the person, I don't know what to do. Tonight's about getting to know each other. What if Sai doesn't like who I am? Alexis, what are you getting at? I dated someone for a bit last year, but it didn't work out in the end. Sometimes things don't. It doesn't mean you're bad at dating. It just seemed so right at the time. She was cute, we had like 2 classes together and the same taste in music. We dated for like 6 months, we did everything together, and I started feeling comfortable enough to be myself, but she thought I wasn't invested enough, and she broke up with me. Oh, shit. Yep, okay. Oh, Alexis, I didn't realize that happened. I've been there. It just really shook my confidence, you know? And I've been so comfortable, and then I found out that everything I was doing was wrong. Because she told you that? Because Pebbles waddles up to Alexis and lays her head on her lap. Oh. Thanks, Pebbles. You always know when I need a friend. I'm sorry that happened, Alexis, but She didn't deserve you. You didn't do anything wrong. If she was feeling that way, she should have told you. Maybe. Alexis, if your partner isn't brave enough to communicate with you or be honest about their feelings, then they don't deserve you. I still think she was a good person, though. Her being a good person doesn't change the fact that she didn't handle your relationship very well. I guess that's a good point. Even though the relationship didn't end on your terms, I think it's at the best that you're still single. Because now you get to invest in someone who appreciates you the way you are. Still, I don't have a lot of experience. What if I mess it up? I don't think you really are gonna mess up a date. It's just yourself. And see if you guys have stuff in common. What if I'm too anxious to be myself? You're overthinking this. It's going to be okay. It's just a first date. It's almost time to leave. I haven't even searched online for all the right things to say on a date. Oh my god. Dear Google, first things to say on a date. First thing, hi. Second thing, how are you? Third thing, how's your day? I think that's for the best, to be honest. I know, you should come with me. Don't you want some privacy? No, I want you to be there. You can give me pointers, and if things go bad, tell me how to fix it. It's my first real date with Sai. I want it to go perfect, please! Act as Alexis Wing woman and boost her confidence for a killer date with her crush. We are gonna have to speed through this crap, because I gotta get my brother off the bus here soon. Kagami no Jutsu! After you arrive at the restaurant, you scan for Sai and notice him seated at the far table. Alexis grips your arm suddenly. Oh my god, you're so nervous right now. I'm not. Just tell me what to do. I know I seem super experienced and worldly, but I'm not. You're the only one charming Turtle Bay out of its bathing suits. You think so? Alexis rolls her eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go over. I guess you can't go on the date for me. Sai would definitely notice something amiss. Any parting words of advice for me? Yeah. You should give Sai a break. The poor guy is dangling by a thread at this point. I think it's safe to reel him in. I was getting exhausted by being so unimpressed all the time. Anyway, you lurk and eavesdrop as Alexis greets Sai and takes her seat at the table. I hope it's not too forward to say that you look beautiful tonight, Alexis. I'm literally wearing the exact same thing as last time. I mean, thanks! You look beautiful too, or nice, handsome. You look handsome too, sorry, I suck at this. How's it easier for me to be mean? If you suck at anything I haven't noticed, I'm too busy being happy that you came. Me too. Excuse me, miss. You practically jump out of your skin and whirl to face the concerned waiter. I couldn't help but notice you standing there, staring. Can you get you a seat at a table? Right. Yes, you can. Would it be alright if I requested a specific table, kind of in a corner? Yeah, you're looking like a hobo with the painting thing. I'm a food critic in disguise. I'm a stealth live tweeter, so don't let the cooks know. Just stash me something somewhere discreet. Oh man, this is a lot of pressure. You can sit anywhere you want, Miss, Big Spoon 97. Grab you a drink and an appetizer on the house. I should do this more often. As you settle at the corner table behind Alexis and Sai, you overhear a snippet of their conversation. The view of the pier is stunning at night. Maybe after dinner we could go and take a walk? Just the two of us? Yeah, I don't see anyone else here. Alexis' eyes flit over Sai's shoulder and find you. She looks frozen to her seat. You stick a thumb up and give Alexis a smile. Walking on the pier sounds like a perfect first date material. She'll thank me when they're smooching under the moon. I guess that might be cool. You're lucky I'm wearing my walking wedges. I feel lucky for lots of reasons. What the hell's a walking wedge? After several minutes, the waiter returns to their table and settles 2 plates, then heads off again. Alexis digs in immediately. Finally, I'm starving. Damn, this looks amazing. They eat in silence when a loud belch suddenly rips through the restaurant, or the quiet restaurant. People glance around to see where the sound comes from, and your eyes fall into a mortified Alexis, hands clapped over her mouth. That burp sounded like it came from an old man in a bar. Well, that was Alexis? Excuse me for a minute. I have to go check my blood pressure. I'll be right back. Check your blood pressure? Alexis bolts from the table without answering, making her way towards the restroom as fast as she can go. Poor baby. She never could handle embarrassment with a laugh and a shrug. I'd better go talk to her. You find your sister staring herself in the bathroom mirror, talking like a football coach on her last nerve. What even was that out there? Who are you? Are you a goddess or a slob, Alexis? Hey, you doing okay in here? Do I look okay? I just made a total fool of myself. Come on, everybody burps. It just reassured Jai that you're human after all. I don't want Sai to think I'm human. I was going for something between Beach Princess and, like, a rock star on tour. Okay, He's loving this, trust me. The next issue of the Cosmo is going to name burping as one of the surefire ways to snag a man. Just watch. You're telling me burping is the key to Sai's heart? Think about it. It's authentic. It's vulnerable. It's very amusing. Men love it. You're killing this date. It just feels like I'm just killing myself out there. Now it's only because you're letting your nerves and doubts get the best of you. Just remember, you're the prize. Phew, I'm the prize. I'm the prize. I'm the prize. Yes, the gassy, belchy prize. Shh! Now, let's get back out there before he thinks I jimmied open a window and bailed. You slink back to your table and watch as Alexis rejoins Sai. Everything alright? I was a little worried. You might have felt embarrassed about that big burp. But you totally shouldn't. It was awesome. Alexis takes a deep breath and shakes out her shoulders and meets Sai's gaze. Actually, I've been kind of psyching myself out about this date, so I'm sorry if things have been weird. I guess it's been a while since I liked a nice guy, and I totally forgot how to act. Wait, did you just admit out loud that you like me? Alexis bites her lower lip and certainly glances your way for a cue. Like with holding hands, Alexis reaches forward and takes Sai's hand, clearly surprising herself and Sai. Whoa. Yes, Sai, I like you. I could have sworn you thought I was a total dork. Oh. Waiter interrupts them with a check and Sai and Alexis lean away from each other, smiling nervously. Thank you two for dining here. Have a lovely evening. Oh, I've already had an incredible night. Yeah, it's not bad. Look at them. They're totally vibing and I helped. As Sai pays for the waiter and tells him to keep the change, he and Alexis stand from the table and he turns seeing you. Aria, what are you doing here? Appreciating the view? So lame. Stop following me around, Aria. Fair enough. I'll call off my spies and let you two have some privacy. Be good. Sai nods farewell to you and loops an arm around Alexis' shoulder. You waggle your eyebrows and smile at her as they head out the doors together. The next morning, you head into town to meet Samson. You made it. When someone sends me a cryptic text about the future of my chair being chained forever, I make it a point to show up. Well, no worries, your chair is very much in progress, but I'm going to have a new place to work on it very soon. What, Samson? That's amazing. I call for a celebratory kiss. I'm not one to deny a lady what she wants. Samson steps closer and pulls you into a sweet, simple kiss. I want to see this place. You got it, follow me. Samson leads you down side street to an old Victorian that's been converted into a business. Vasquez, question mark? This is it. The ground floor is all mine, and there's even a shed out back. Well, it certainly has character. Yeah. A bit of a fixer-upper, but I've had plenty of practice with your house this summer. I doubt it will take long. I think a fresh coat of paint would do wonders. Yeah, the owners weren't interested in my vision. They think a homey exterior like this will help with the aesthetic store. I can picture it already. Have you been inside? Not yet. I wanted you to be the first one to see it before it's all fixed up and shiny. Without you, this would never have happened for me. Samson, you deserve all the credit. You put in the hard work. This was your dream long before I came along. Sure, I did my part, but you inspired me to keep at it, keep pushing, find my own place. Crane your neck back and stare up at the old house. So, Do we go inside now? Samson takes a key out of the back pocket and holds it between you. Absolutely. With a giant grin on his face, Samson tries to unlock the door, but the key won't turn. Huh, that's weird. He tries again, but the key won't budge. Maybe it's the wrong key? No, I'm certain this is the key the owners gave me. Let me see. What the hell? Maybe it just needs a different kind of touch. You try a third time, but you're not surprised when the door remains locked. I don't know, Samson. Maybe there's some sort of mistake. He leans closer to the door, examining the lock above the handle. His eyes widen. I wish I could believe that, but something's not right. They've gone and changed the locks. Dark skies are rolling over Turtle Bay. Your friends are struggling to achieve their goals, but can you help them find the path forward? So, speaking of finding the path forward, I hope y'all did enjoy. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content, please remember to hit that bell so you receive notifications for when I upload content. It's very much appreciated. And without further ado, if you would like, tonight I'll be streaming on Twitch. Please tune in and join me. We have a lot of fun, we have a lot of laughs, and some great music. So without further ado, catch you later. Peace.